Hello, Dawgpound South campers. This is the Cleveland Browns Dawgpound South podcast, part of the Fanatical L's Network, part of the Fans First Sports Network. I'm your host, Steve Gill. A lot of stuff going on right now. Browns hired a new OC. Tommy Rees was the tight ends coach, so now they have to hire a tight ends coach. Still hearing they want to hire a quarterback coach. So that's good news. I like that. So we'll see. Haven't seen any interviews or any news about that. All-Star games are going on. East-West Shrine game, they're already practicing. And Shakur Sanders decided to talk to the teams, the NFL teams, and at first, of course, the Cleveland media, because they don't know who's out there, speculated that maybe it was just some intern. I'm talking to you, Tony Grossi. Some temp talking to him. No, there's a picture on the internet of Andrew Berry is out there. I'm also hearing the team will be heavily represented at the Senior Bowl. I do expect Andrew Berry to talk to a few players while he's at the West Shrine Game practices. And then I expect him to fly down to Mobile, Alabama for the Senior Bowl. So right now, Senior Bowl, today they're doing measurements so we can all know how big somebody's hand is. I used to scoff at that until I saw Kenny Pickett play with his small hands. Now I got to admit, I look at it. We'll see. This stuff should be out today on social media, how big they are, how much they weigh, arm length, hand size, some important things you need to know. Just recently put out through the Fans First Sports Network, my 5 players that I'm interested in seeing the Browns take a look at while they're at the Senior Bowl. You can find that at Fans First Sports Network. Just go to the NFL, go to Browns, and it'll list all the articles and podcasts on that page. Give it a read. Tell me what you think. Also, later today, I'll have my first mock draft done. I'll have that through my blog, dawgpoundsouth.net. I usually don't do mock drafts this early because I know how this front office works in free agency with the league year starting. The legal tampering period on March 10th, and then the signing at 4 o'clock Eastern. Everything comes official on March 12th. Of course, the combine is at the end of next month, and that's where the illegal tampering period starts. So now that everyone has, we know who, by the way, congratulations, Ohio State Buckeyes, you are the national champions. And everybody's enamored with Will Howard as the Browns' next quarterback. I love how that happens. Somebody will watch a bowl game. It's like when Arizona State, everybody wanted the Scatterboot kid. I also wrote an article on which Ohio State Buckeyes have the best chance of being Browns. You can find that also at Fans First Sports Network. But I don't get enamored with bowl games. The scouting process, sure, they do look at the way players play, but it's not a major consideration. It's like 10%. The most important thing for these teams is to talk to the player. And that's what they do at these all-star games. They do interviews. And then after that, you get to the combine. You get them up in your suite, and you put a whiteboard in front of them, and you have them design plays or identify plays. These are the more important things. Let's take a quick break. So right now, because of the All-Star games, we are in full swing of the draft. I am not going to look at any mock drafts. I just said I did one. I do them for fun. I also do them so I can learn players. I get a pretty good idea where players are ranked. I use a couple different ranking systems. I like Pro Football Focus because that's the only thing the owners and the union can agree on. They use it for contract purposes, and the both sides use it. The agents use it, the teams use it. So if the players and the teams agree on something, I will take full advantage of it. But I like to look at their their rankings of the different players. You can get a pretty good idea right now where players stand in, like top 100 or stuff like that. Draft Network's another one I use. They do a top 100. Great Blue North, Colin, he does a top 100 as well. So, I try to get as many opinions as I can when I do a mock draft. I'm not just, watching a game and going, oh, that guy would look great on the Browns. I have trouble with Will Howard because of the way he processes information. If you listened to what Tommy Rees said in his media availability, he said he wants a smart quarterback that makes quick decisions. He wants Bernie Kosar, and that's fine by me. That's what he wants. He wants another Bernie Kosar. And by the way, social media, shame on you. Bernie Kosar is alive and well. Gosh, social media is such a trash sometimes. But anyway, they want somebody like Bernie Kosar. Bernie Kosar could turn around, come out of a huddle, and already know what the defense was going to run before he even got up to the line of scrimmage. That's how smart he didn't have a cannon for an arm. He wasn't fleet of foot, hardly, but he was smart, and he can make quick decisions. So remember that when you're thinking about what the Browns are going to do at quarterback, you've got to think about what Tommy Rees said. And of course, the media, it just blew past them. They lost it when Kevin Stefanski said, I'm going to be calling plays. But he also said he reserves the right to change his mind. So if they get into next season and things are clicking and Tommy Rees and he are on the same page, he will probably turn it over to Tommy Rees. By then, I hope we have a quarterback coach. So I'm interested to see how this all plays out. So when you're thinking of a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, smart, quick thinking, makes fast decisions, doesn't put you in harm's way, i.e. Jameis Winston. And right now, looking at these top two quarterbacks, Sanders, he doesn't have the biggest arm. He's got a good arm, doesn't have a great arm. And Cam Ward, he is a college version of Jameis Winston. He throws off his back foot a lot. He's a physical specimen. He's got a cannon for an arm, but he's a little bit of a gunslinger. He tries to fit it in where it shouldn't go. That's not making critical decisions quickly. That's making bad decisions quickly. So, but like I said, I reserve the right to change my mind at quarterback at number 2. It depends on what, like I said, these interviews and workouts, how those go with the front office types and with Kevin Stefanski and Tommy Rees in the room. I would be happy with Jalen Milroe, if he's taken in the second round. Your first and second round, your first round player, especially top 5, got to be an impact player. Got to start, got to have an impact on the team. So that won't be one of these quarterbacks. Besides, we'll know what's going on with the quarterback situation by the time free agency runs around. Plus, a lot of people listen to the new president of the Titans who are picking ahead of us. I tell everybody, all Browns fans, watch anything about the Titans if you want to figure out what they're going to do, because right now it's silly season. It's lying season. Everybody's lying. They're lying dogs. So but he said something, and now it's taken hold. He said they were looking for a generational talent. Do you notice that Sanders called himself a generational talent over the weekend? So now that's going to be the key word. What the Titans are going to do, I don't know. Everybody's convinced they'll either take Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter, I don't know. Hunter's an interesting prospect. He can only play one position in the NFL. He's not going to play both. I'm sorry. He may have some trick plays, a couple a week, but he can't play. Is he the best wide receiver? No, he's not the best wide receiver. Is he the best defensive back? No, he's not the best defensive back. So why would you take him at 1 or 2 if he's not the best at what he's going to do for your team? Think about that. All right. Well, that's it for today. I hope everybody has a great day. Keep an eye on social media. Senior Bowl keeps putting out the measurables of the players who were invited down there. And also at East-West Shrine game, someone's filming practices. So you can, Browns, I think it's Corey. Corey is out there. A guy I follow on Twitter. He's putting up film of the players that would probably most interest the Browns. So everybody have a good rest of the day. This has been the Cleveland Browns Dawgpound South podcast, part of the Fanatical Elves Network, part of the Fans First Sports Network. I'm your host, Steve Gill. And again, I thank you for watching, listening, following, and subscribing. Because like I say, we're just fans just like you. Everybody have a great day and